I tried to find a comfortable shoe, but I just decided
No, you don't have to wear shoes. Yeah, just be comfortable. We're just happy you're here.
Angelina Jolie lives a luxury life that few celebrities can rival. Her path from a new actress to a worldwide star isn't just about being good at what she does. It's a big story of sticking with it, carrying herself well, and never giving up. Come along as we explore the fascinating world of Angelina Jolie, her fame, money, and the plush way she lives as a big-time celebrity. Hollywood ambition. Growing up, Angelina Jolie didn't plan on acting at all. The two-time Academy Award winner only got into Hollywood because it mattered so much to her mom, Marceline Bertrand. "My mom was my manager, and we were a pair," Jolie said in a talk with W. "I always wanted to get her a house and started picking up the stuff tab." Even though the Hollywood life wasn't her dream, Jolie threw herself into it and climbed to the top of the acting world. In June 2013, the girl from Mr. and Mrs. Smith outperformed those who had been in the business before her by coming out as the highest-paid actress, pulling in $33 million from June 2012. She earns a lot of money and knows how to spend it, from fancy jewelry and watches that cost a fortune, to getting a pilot's license so she could fly whenever she felt like it, to pricey houses and hiring top-dollar coaches. Here's a glance into her incredibly lavish life. Luxury cars. Angelina Jolie, the famous actress and humanitarian, owns an amazing collection of luxury cars that showcase her classy taste and lifestyle. Every car parked in her garage tells a story of style, power, and what she likes. One of her coolest cars is the 1958 Ferrari 250 GT, an old-school stunner that captures the heart of Italian car making. This beauty shines in black with bold red leather inside. It runs on a 3.0-liter Colombo V12 engine, pumping out 240 horsepower and 195 pound-foot force of torque. It can zoom from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 5.9 seconds and hit a top speed of around 157 miles per hour. Nobody knows exactly how much Angelina Jolie bought this car, but cars like it have gone for over $670,000 at auctions. In 2007, Angelina was seen on the set of her film Wanted in a 2007 Audi Q7, a plush SUV that mixes speed with comfort. The 2007 Audi Q7 she drove had a 3.6-liter V6 engine that produced 280 horsepower and 260 pound-foot of torque. It could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 10 seconds and reach a top speed of 140 miles per hour. This model started at about $42,620. Another standout in her lineup is the Mercedes-Benz C-Class, which she was spotted in with her daughter Vivian in July 2024. The 2022 Mercedes-Benz C-Class has a 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine that produces 201 horsepower and 221 pound-foot of torque. It accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds and tops out at 152 miles per hour. This one stands at around $43,350. Angelina loves her luxury SUVs, and that shows in her Land Rover Range Rover, which she was snapped driving in 2006 on the Pacific Coast Highway with her baby girl, Shiloh. The 2006 Range Rover has a 4.4-liter V8 engine that produces 305 horsepower and 325 foot-pound of torque. It can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 8.3 seconds and has a top speed of 130 miles per hour. The starting price for this model was about $74,950, which reflects the luxury she lives on. Showing she cares about the planet, Angelina had a BMW Hydrogen 7, a test car that runs on hydrogen. In 2007, she arrived at the Ocean's 13 premiere in this beauty. The BMW Hydrogen 7 has a 6.0-liter V12 engine, making 256 horsepower and 290 pound-foot of torque. It goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 9.5 seconds and can reach 137 miles per hour. This forward-thinking ride cost around $118,000. Her collection also includes a Jeep Grand Cherokee, an SUV built for off-road fun. The one she owns comes with either a 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 or a 5.7-liter Hemi-V8 engine. It has a select terrain system to boost its 4x4 skills. This model goes for about $66,500. The Volvo XC Ninti is another luxury SUV she keeps, showing she likes safe and comfortable cars. It runs on a 2.0-liter supercharged 4-cylinder engine, delivering 316 horsepower. It has a fancy interior and a top-notch entertainment setup. This one starts at around $69,200. Angelina treated herself to a Jaguar XJ, a sleek sedan, when it came out. The Jaguar XJ has a 3.6-liter Pentastar 5.6 engine and a 6-speed automatic transmission. It's roomy inside and has a sharp design. It costs about $76,725. She's also got an Audi A8L, a luxury sedan that is all about comfort and power. The Audi A8L offers 6 or 8-cylinder engine choices with 19-inch wheels, LED headlights and taillights, and a sunroof. This one is priced at around $88,895. For everyday driving, Angelina picks the Cadillac Escalade ESV, a big SUV that fits her family just right. The Escalade ESV has a 6.2-liter V8 engine, pushing out 426 horsepower. It has plenty of room without skimping on comfort, priced at around $91,900. Rounding up her car collection is the Mercedes-Benz S450, a fancy sedan from the top-tier S-Class line. The S450 has soft closed doors, air ride adaptive suspension, and a 362 horsepower turbocharged V6 engine, hitting a top speed of 155 miles per hour. This model costs about $94,250. Angelina Jolie's car collection reflects her love for vehicles that combine luxury, power, and new ideas. Each one does its job while displaying her flair. Her car collection alone costs an estimated $3 million. However, that is not where her luxury ends. It extends to her luxury houses and estates. Luxury estates. Angelina Jolie's way of living mixes wealth with grace. Her houses, like a magnificent mansion in Los Angeles and a charming estate in France, are perfect examples of fancy living. These places come with huge gardens, top-notch gadgets, and gorgeous insides that show off her polished style. Jolie loves to travel, and you can see it in how often she jets off to far spots, usually with her 6 kids in tow. Whether on a safari in Africa or chilling in the peaceful French countryside, Jolie's trips are always amazing. Angelina Jolie, the well-known actress and philanthropist, has owned a bunch of splashy homes over the years, each one matching her classy taste and how she lives. Back in 2017, she bought the historic Cecil B. DeMille estate in Los Feliz for $2.5 million. This 2.1-acre spot has an 11,000-square-foot Beaux-Arts-style mansion from 1913 with 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, a library, and big outdoor areas. The place also has a pool house, a guest house, proper gardens, and views of the city and ocean, making it a top place of comfort for her and her 6 children. Before that, Jolie and her then-partner Brad Pitt picked up a house in New Orleans' French Quarter in 2006 for $3.5 million. This old-school brick place, built in the 1830s, covered 7,650 square feet and had 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and a 2-story guest house. They sold it in 2016 for $4.9 million, making over $1 million profit from it. In 2007, Jolie and Pitt got an apartment in New York City's famous Waldorf Astoria Hotel. Nobody knows how much they paid, but they picked it for its privacy and safety features, such as separate private entrances and elevators. Being close to the United Nations helped since Jolie was a goodwill ambassador then. In 2009, while shooting Salt, Jolie and Pitt rented a 47-acre waterfront estate called the Sassafras on Long Island. This Tudor revival-style property had a 20,000-square-foot main house with 25 rooms, including a great hall and a fancy dining room. The property also included 2 guest houses, a log cabin tea house with water views, and extras like a barber shop, spa, and a fallout shelter. The Jolie pits called Chateau Miraval, a massive spot in the Provence region of France, home in 2008, but they did not officially buy the huge property, with its 1,200 acres, vineyard, and private lake, until 2012, for a reported $60 million. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie had spruced up the place, which had buildings dating back to the 7th century, by tossing in a bunch of swimming pools, a helicopter pad, and a movie theater. Oh, and it was where they married in 2014. These homes show how much Jolie likes places with a bit of history, luxury, and privacy. As a Hollywood icon, she also has a fashion sense that screams luxury and influence. Luxury fashion. Angelina Jolie has always been looked up to for her classy and fancy fashion picks, often going for timeless luxury stuff that shows off her sharp sense of style. Her closet is packed with top-notch designer dresses, sharp coats, solid handbags, and rare extras, all hand-picked for showing up in public, walking red carpets, or quieter gatherings. She leans toward old-school shapes and sticks to simple colors like black, white, and beige, which make her smooth sophistication stand out. Jolie's clothes aren't just about being fancy, they show off her quiet but strong vibe in Hollywood and beyond. One of her biggest fashion moments was at the 2012 Academy Awards, where she rocked a black velvet Atelier Versace gown with a revealing thigh-high slit. That dress, made just for her, was worth about $10,000 and became an instant classic. The eye-catching look, matched with black peep-toe pumps and barely any jewelry, nailed her usual mix of polished and daring. She carried a matching clutch, said to be from Salvatore Ferragamo, which added another $1,000 to the outfit. That gown became one of the most unforgettable Oscar dresses ever, sparking many online memes and copycats for years afterward. Jolie's love for pricey coats gets a lot of attention too. One of her move-expensive items is the Max Mara Manuela camel coat, which she's been caught wearing more than once. Made from top-quality Italian wool and cashmere, it cost about $4,000. She wore it at Los Angeles International Airport in 2019, throwing on big sunglasses and a leather handbag with it. Another standout coat she has is the Christian Dior double-breasted wool one, worth around $5,000. She had it on at a New York United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund event, playing up her elegant yet businesslike look. Handbags are a big deal in Jolie's wardrobe, and she has some of the rarest ones from the best designers. She is often seen with the Saint Laurent Sac de Jour, a firm leather bag that goes for about $3,500. She carried it around Paris in 2018 while shopping with her kids. One of her flashier bags is the Celine 16, which she's been spotted with on many occasions. That has a price tag of about $4,200. It has soft calfskin leather and gold bits. Nevertheless, Jolie is into Hermes too. She's been seen with a Birkin bag, which costs around $10,000, but can shoot past $50,000 depending on what it is made of. She was snapped with a black crocodile Hermes Birkin in 2020, leaving a big meeting in Los Angeles, locking in her rep as a lady with flawless taste. Her shoe collection is also luxury. She has a big on Christian Louboutin pumps, with the So Kate model being a go-to at $795. She wore a pair of those sharp-pointed toe heels to the premiere of Maleficent, Mistress of Evil in 2019, matching them with an all-black custom Ralph and Russo gown. Besides Louboutin, she stepped out in Manolo Blahnik's BB pumps, another luxury pick, priced at about $725. She goes for Valentino rock stud flats for easy days, around $900 each. Jolie's evening dresses are some of the most stunning things she owns. At the 2014 British Academy Film Awards, she wore a Saint Laurent tuxedo worth about $7,000, standing out big time among all the usual gowns. Another red carpet moment that stuck was at the 2018 Critics' Choice Awards, where she wore a white Ralph and Russo feathered gown that cost around $35,000. The light feathers and draped fabric made her look like something out of a dream, and she paired it with Jimmy Choo heels, adding another $900 to the whole getup. She's big on fancy sunglasses too, which is part of her polished vibe. She's often got oversized designer frames from names like Tom Ford, Saint Laurent, and Gucci. One pair that stands out is the Tom Ford Jennifer sunglasses, which cost about $450. She has worn them around Beverly Hills, making even her laid-back looks pop. Another set she likes is the Saint Laurent SL1 sunglasses, which cost around $450. Those slick black frames have become a big part of her quiet elegance. Even when she's not all dressed up, Jolie goes for fancy loungewear and casual stuff. She's been seen in the Rose simple cashmere sets, which cost over $3,000 each. In 2021, she was caught in Los Angeles, rocking a full one-color outfit from the brand, looking effortlessly classy even on a regular day. Another expensive casual piece she's got is the Valentino silk blouse she wore with sharp trousers to a meeting in London. That top alone is figured to cost around $2,500. Her fashion picks for colder weather are just as luxurious as other parts of her fashion. While pushing her movie Eternals in 2021, she wore a custom Balmain wool coat, which was worth over $8,000. She matched it with boots and a low-key handbag, pulling off a strong and graceful look. Another bold coat she's got is the Burberry wool and cashmere wrap coat, priced at about $3,200, which she's worn a bunch in London and New York. She is also into sustainable luxury fashion. In 2020, she showed up at a United Nations event in a Stella McCartney coat made from earth-friendly wool, costing around $2,800. That pic showed off her push for ethical clothes while keeping her usual style. Another green choice is the Gabriella Hearst Nina bag, made from eco leather, which she's carried a bunch since grabbing it in 2019 for about $3,000. Jolie's wardrobe isn't just about being expensive, it's about saying something special and different. At the 2012 Golden Globe Awards, she wore a sleek Atelier Versace satin gown with a bright red splash, priced at $20,000. The look was smooth and modern, showing off her confidence and grace. Then, at the 2019 premiere of Dumbo, she went with a flowing chiffon gown by Givenchy, worth about $15,000, that played up her softer, dreamy side. Even when she's off the clock, Jolie keeps it stylish without trying hard. She has been seen in Brunello Cucinelli cashmere sweaters, each costing around $2,500, paired with sharp trousers from the Row. She often finishes her outfits with a solid coat and leather boots, ensuring even her most laid-back looks stay sophisticated. Angelina Jolie's fashion picks paint a picture of polish, strength, and beauty that never gets old. She mixes classic grace with modern luxury like it's nothing, turning every public moment into a fashion lesson. Whether it's a custom gown on the red carpet or a perfectly cut coat for a quick trip, every piece she puts on proves her top-notch taste. Her wardrobe isn't just about wearing expensive stuff. It's about putting together a collection that shows who she is, her confidence, and her spot as one of Hollywood's best-dressed women. Besides spending on luxury, she is also a big spender on humanitarian causes. Humanitarian causes. Angelina Jolie, the famous actress and philanthropist, has always had a big heart for helping others. With a net worth of over $160 million, she has invested much money and effort in various charity work. In 2005, she donated $500,000 to the United States Committee for Refugees and Immigrants National Center for Refugee and Immigrant Children, setting it up to provide free legal help to children crossing the border alone in the United States. The following year, Jolie teamed up with her then-partner, Brad Pitt, to start the Jolie Pitt Foundation, which seriously supported major humanitarian causes worldwide. That same year, they donated $1 million each to Global Action for Children and Doctors Without Borders, groups working hard to care for kids in tough spots and provide medical help to people in war zones or disasters. Jolie's got a real soft spot for kids getting a chance at school, especially in places hit by fighting. In 2005, she paid to build a school and a place for girls to stay at the Kakuma refugee camp in northwestern Kenya, giving refugee girls who had run from nearby countries a shot at learning. She kept going with that idea, opening 2 primary schools for girls in eastern Afghanistan, one in Tangji in March 2010, and another in Kalai Gudar in November 2012, hoping to lift young girls with education in a place where it's hard to come by. Over in Cambodia, Jolie set up the Maddox Chivin Children's Center in February 2006, a spot in Phnom Penh that helps kids hit by human immunodeficiency virus with medical care, schooling, and social support, giving whole families a hand too. She's doing something similar in Ethiopia with the Zahara Children's Center in Sabeta, where kids dealing with human immunodeficiency virus or tuberculosis get treatment and classes, showing how much she cares about fixing big health problems in places that don't get much help. When the COVID-19 mess hit in 2020, Jolie stepped up with a $1 million donation to No Kid Hungry, a group making sure kids in the United States got meals when food got scarce because of the pandemic. She's also pitched in for nature stuff, like protecting wildlife in Namibia, though the details and timing aren't as well known. Jolie has been a loud voice for refugees and people forced out of their homes too. In 2011, while working as a Goodwill ambassador for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, she moved to a refugee camp in Turkey to meet Syrians running from the war back home, shining a light on their troubles and pushing for the world to step up. She has popped up in refugee spots in Lebanon, Thailand, and Iraq, among other places, using her fame to get people to notice and send help. With all her charity work, Angelina Jolie proves she is set on tackling huge global problems. She zeroes in on folks who need schooling, health, and emergency aid the most, putting her money and clout to work to change things for the better worldwide. Guess what? Her luxury extends to how she takes care of her kids. Angelina's kids. Angelina Jolie is known for going all out for her kids. While most American families might drop a couple $100 on birthdays and presents, she doesn't hold back when keeping her children happy. Regular parents might whip up a cake from scratch, blow up some balloons, and invite a few buddies over. But Jolie takes it way beyond that. Private planes, fancy designer goodies, and top-notch trips are how she rolls when it's time to celebrate. Angelina doesn't just throw a little get-together at home for her kids' birthdays, or book a local party spot like many American families do. She has been known to fly her kids to stylish places like Paris, London, and Rome. These are not typical budget-friendly vacations with cheap motels and a few tourist stops. She locks down the ritziest resorts, where one night can run thousands of dollars. While most people might take their kid to a theme park for fun, Angelina rents out whole attractions just so her kids can have the place to themselves. One birthday that got people talking was Zahara's 10th. Instead of the usual cake and a pile of gifts, Angelina loaded up Zahara and the rest of the crew for a private shopping trip. They hit up stores where you would find designer bags, jewelry, and clothes made just for them. A single handbag from one of those shops could cost more than a regular family spends on birthdays for all their kids in a year. Angelina Jolie didn't settle for regular presents for Brad Pitt's 50th birthday. She shocked him with something wild, a heart-shaped island. Petra Island sits about 50 miles outside New York City, wrapped up in the calm waters of Lake Mahopac. It was a huge move, dripping with love and extravagance, the thing most people couldn't even dream up. The island cost around $12 million, landing it among the priciest birthday gifts any celebrity has ever gotten. What made it extra special was that heart shape, a sign of romance. One of the coolest things about Petra Island is the buildings on it. There's this luxury house designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, an architect Brad Pitt has always been crazy about. The place fits right into the rocky ground, with stone walls, wide-open rooms, and huge windows running from floor to ceiling, showing off killer views of the water all around. While most people unwrap a watch or fancy clothes for a big birthday, Angelina went way bigger. Angelina Jolie lives in luxury, reflecting her hard work over the years. However, she also lends to the less privileged and gives all her kids the comfort they deserve without discrimination. Which of her luxury items do you admire most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Before you go, watch the other videos on your screen.